I think this is easier. Here we go. Shelf life 20. Shelf life 20. We're going to get a thumbnail somewhere with this. You can see my ring light right there. Welcome. This is shelf life 20. I kind of just impromptu going to do a testing. We're not going to do that. We're going to get that right out of the way and begin. Let me get a drink. I just made a creamsicle protein shake. You take the Fairlife 42 and a Diet Orange Crush, and you put it in a big Stanley full of ice, and it tastes like a creamsicle. Amazing. Let's take our deep breath. Please excuse my dryer being on. The ring light, man. Yeah, I can see it right there. Deal with it. I keep playing with different ways to light this place, and microphones and no microphones. And it's been an evolution. My wife originally got this ring light to do makeup, and then I kind of adopted it. It was just sitting there. So it's great for working on the car. It's great for taking pictures on eBay and apparently lighting up your room, but I need some sort of a diffuser for the light. I think it's fine, but I'm trying to create content for you guys about books. All right, so where are we? 20 weeks. How many months is that? 5, 4, 16. Yeah, about 5 months. Look at us go. Are you reading more? I hope you are, because I know I am. So I know we're a day late because it's kind of crazy. Up here in southern New England, we got hit with a bunch of snow, and I wasn't expecting it, and I had a bunch of overtime to make up. So on top from having no sleep yesterday and working a bunch, and there's a blizzard coming, I waited till today till I slept, worked out, ate, and could think, and then I kind of made all this. But my week has been kind of bananas. We're gonna get into that. I say that all the time. But yeah, it was snow and overtime, and it's crazy. So what the week looked like, let's get into it. I read up to part 1. I finished part 1. I thought I was going to be able to just slam through this haphazardly, but I'm enjoying it too much. I think I'm going to have to rethink my strategy for if I want to do the 25 books in 25. Hear me out. Big chunky boy. Like, I picked out the big ones. Now, if I read one big chunky every 2 months and then read a skinny, 2 of them in the month, that will complete the year, give or take a little bit. But Gravity's Rainbow, part 1 has been, it's like a delirious mess that I'm like enjoying wandering through. It's like these little snippets and windows into people's lives. It's like in this row house, the white visitation. This is all off the top of my head. I didn't even fully prepare to do this, but kind of what this channel is, winging it. Part 1, Slothrop and the bombing tests and the backwards Pavlovianism, and there's an octopus, and there's all these bureaucratic things like Octung and Pisces, and not only are they acronyms for like government agencies, but also I think that they have some backwards meanings from what they were. It's so this side, that side. I could tell there are references everywhere that are both real and not real. Like, there was one that I thought was very interesting, was the WASP engine. I work in aerospace, and I saw the WASP engine. I'm like, oh, that's real. That's cool. And if you're not in my exact position, I don't think it's that popular, but if you're not like in my position, you're not going to catch those kinds of little snippets. And I know Pynchon was somehow involved with Boeing either before he started writing or before he full tilt went writing Hermit, but he was involved in aerospace. He was in the Navy, and then he was in aerospace, and then I don't know the story. I don't know if anybody else does, or maybe I'm just new to Pynchon. But part one made its way through it. Like I said, I didn't think it was wildly confusing. I didn't have to like reread a bunch of pages because I didn't know where I was. It was like, that was confusing. I guess we're going to keep going. And I think part of the fun is enjoying that mania, how I can kind of like sloppily, I guess this is what the story is, but it's fun. I'm really enjoying the book. Like, it's on par to be one of my top 3 of all times, but it feels so good to finally also be here, to be finally reading Gravity's Rainbow. It's just been like looming for so long, and I don't know why. And it's making me re-examine why other things in life are looming like that. Benefits of reading. So, we've been rocking and rolling with this. This has been fun. What else have we been up to? I think like we have to talk about what else is going on in the world right now. There's been like a TikTok ban, and I didn't think that was going to be real. I was like, well, everyone's... And then I went to go open it to create some more content for you lovely people, little shorts and snippets, and it's like, oh, that's not available right now. All right. So I kind of like it. It's a muscle that I keep checking for it. And it's like, oh yeah, we're not doing this anymore. And it's kind of nice to just be like, back Instagram and YouTube. And it's like, oh, what are you going to do now? I don't know. It's a change. Change is good. But let's see. That's what I looked over here and I'm like, I haven't made a lot of short content this week. Why? That's why. There's no real need. And I've just been really reading one book. So, but we did go to my favorite bookstore, The Dump, the town transfer station. And they used to have like these big bins, like the donation clothes, like the Salvation Army clothing bins. They used to have those and you could throw them in there, and they had them for books, so people would be donating books, but then they got rid of it, so now the books are back into the swap shed. Cool for me. So there was a big pile of them there. I'm not just going to be a hoarder, but might as well throw them out here. I think I could either read them and enjoy them, gift them, or resell them. I remember when I was younger and I would take my wife to dates at Barnes & Noble's because we were walking around getting coffee and didn't have a ton of money. Whenever I would walk into Barnes & Noble's, this book, The Memory Keeper's Daughter, was like on all of the best shelf, the top book, like right when you walk in. I remember this book specifically with this little thing. This was pushed hard. And someone had it, and then they dropped it off at the dump, and now I have it. So it's a Penguin classic. That was something I was like, I've had good luck with these when they come into my house. If you've read this, let me know. I've read the back. The back doesn't tell you a whole bunch, but it adds to books I don't have to buy. Let me know if you've read this one. Another one was not the best quality, which is cool. And I dig this cover. Look at this cover. Very 90s. Very 90s. Very Clarissa Explains It All, Nickelodeon, but now you're a teenager. Kissing Doors, Terry Spencer Hesser. This is an advanced reading copy. I don't know what that means, but it has like this. Attention, this is a galley proof. It is not finished, not intent. I don't know anything about advanced reading copies or whatever happened with this book. On sale in May 1998, vintage. Advanced reading copy, not for sale. I don't know. Like the publishing world is such a interesting little universe, and I don't know. Cool, free book. The interest alone. You're also bringing something home from the dump, so you got to be careful. This looked cool. Did this make it? Did this make it to publishing? Does anybody know about this? I'm going to let you guys, people find it, and I'm going to keep it a mystery. Say something in the comments. Also, like and subscribe. If you've already made it 10 minutes in like this, you probably already dig my content. And especially if you've already found my page or you've watched it before. I see a lot of repeat people, and the statistics and the stuff that YouTube sends me. They're like, oh, people will rewatch your stuff, but they're not subscribed to you. Please do me a favor. Thank you. Enough of that. I've had a busy week. I'm not going to feel guilty about it. I didn't read The Count that much. I love this book. We're going to finish it this year, but you know what I started doing instead when I should have been reading? I had time with my wife, and I watched the first half of the new Napoleon movie instead of this. It is excellent. I haven't watched like a real movie in so long. It's mainly been like Coco Melon, Camping with Steve on YouTube videos, and then just something in between book stuff. So to be able to like even watch half of a movie, awesome. We'll get back. Yeah, guys, so it's not really necessarily a reading slump. It kind of feels like it, though, because I'm not, like, making content about Dubliners every day. That's another thing. The snow has messed up the unshelved schedule. I was thinking about doing unshelved this week. That didn't work. It's going to be coming. I know, I didn't forget. We're going to be doing the end, but the weather sucks. And we just did the tunnel one. So we're going to do that one, I don't know, 1 1/4? When I feel like it. How about that? When I have a little bit of time. So I didn't forget. That's coming. Yeah, it doesn't feel... I just don't have a bunch of content. Like, oh, I read 15 pages and then I researched X, Y, and Z. You know why? Because I've been learning other skills as well. Not only have I been trying to read more, but just to change. That's why I got into this. We got into this to get away from the phone more, to get into more creating versus consuming. So I've been doing that. I've been writing more and learning the craft of going analog to hand, to typing, to setting up pages. I've been playing around with my computer in Photoshop. I don't know if you've guessed, but I'm in a band. I don't know if you've seen the instruments. You can't see one right now. We're redoing the logo, so I'm relearning Photoshop and how to make flyers and stuff. That's fun. And my son is 4, and I've been sitting down with him, and we've been reading Blaze and the Monster Machines, and you get that guilt in your head sometimes over like, oh, I have an audience, I'm doing this, I'm trying to make something happen here so I can work on the internet. Or you could just say those people can wait, and that kind of stuff can wait, because it's more important to teach your son how to read. So we've been having a whole lot of time, and that's like the time priority opportunity, and I've been taking advantage of that. But it's cool. He went the other day, we were reading. I'll read it, and he'll kind of sound it out, and I'll help him out. And I heard him the other day. He went running. He's playing. All of a sudden, he just goes running into the room, and he's like, "Mommy, Mommy." Did you know Zeg, one of the characters, and Egg looks and sounds the same? I heard this from the other room, and my little boy's reading. So that was kind of cool. I don't know if I'm doing that right, but it feels right. In and out, in and out. Yeah, man. New skills. Unshelved is coming. We're reading Gravity's Rainbow. We're getting the count in when we can. We're finding books because we're not buying them. And we're chugging along, This is a day late. Analog. I had something to say about fine art and family time. I have that written down here, but I don't know. I have no idea. This is going to be a short one. This is definitely going to be a short one. Guys, I'm going to be coming back with more content on Instagram and YouTube Shorts now that this week has been this tumultuous week of wild overtime is done, and there's hopefully no more blizzards around the corner. Stay tuned. We're going to be continuously reading Gravity's Rainbow. Maybe, I kind of feel bad. Maybe because this one was short, we'll do an unshelved this week, but I'm not going to commit to that. Thinking about it, but have a wonderful day. Happy Martin Luther King Jr. Day, and yeah, I'll see you next week. Later.